Capricorns, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 25th of November going through to the 1st of December, getting closer to your birthday season. Your birthday season is like the new year of your energy cycle. And we follow, like the earth, winter, spring, summer and autumn. Went into that on your 2025 reading. Go and have a look at it. Really, it's long. It's time stamped, so you can go through each individual one. So yeah, if you want to know what's going on for 2025, do go and see that. We've got the energy update as well. If you haven't seen the energy update, please do go and see that as well. It'll give you a heads up on the sort of energies that you're going to have to be dealing with in this sort of like coming week, weekend and this coming week. Okay, so we will be going into how the energies are affecting your petals and so forth. But in the meantime, let's just go on and get the messages from the Astroflower and pull some cards on that. Let's just see what's going on for you, Capricorn. It's still, we went with the Pluto thing. That's the other thing we did. We did the Pluto thing. Oh, blimey. So, and yesterday, yesterday, it was like, when you, say like if you've had when they release animals into the wild and they've been in captivity because they may have had the problem they needed helping. And they take them out into the wild and they put the cage down, they open the cage and the animal sort of kind of goes, whatever animal it is sort of kind of goes out as if sort of saying, is this real? Is this real? Can I just run off? Can I run off? Can I run off? Yes, you can. You've got the whole of the jungle in front of you. Go for it. And it's that sort of feeling. You're getting that now. You're really getting that. And you're getting into the stride of that, of feeling comfortable with that. That's what's really happening. It's the first week of really feeling comfortable with it. And certainly within the relationship side, it's like you can deal with anything. That's what a feeling I'm getting with. And I think you're looking for it's a wave of energy that's coming from within you, that's creating a lot. Rather than sort of like, organizing things, it's now in a stage where you've sorted out all your paint brushes, all the paint that you need. You've got your artist room set up. Everything's in place. Now it's a case of just doing the art. And that's what it feels like on that sort of side. On your financial sort of side, there's a lot coming into you. I don't think it's, I think there's a degree of pressure. Success can come with its own form of pressure. And I think there's almost as if like the world is asking you a lot of things. The world is asking a lot of you. And I think you're sort of kind of going, all right, I can deal with it. Hang on a second. And it's just like you're doing it, but you've got to put a bit of order into the situation. You've got to hold your own, as it were. Now, I think the reading was it last week or the week before, and I said you've got to hold your nerve. It's not that, but it's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of kind of going, all right, okay. But it's building a lot of momentum within you, a lot of energy within you as a person on your financial side. And I don't think it's necessarily just in one direction. I think it could be like you're getting a job, therefore now you're settling in with that job. You've got the money coming in. Now you're getting the pressure to buy a house with that money that's coming in, taking on a loan and everything like that. And that's what you're sort of doing. Putting into action, plan of action, putting into action your plan. This is what that's all about, and it may need a little bit of travel that's going on there, as you can well see with the globe and the combi, as it were. And you're looking wistfully out the window, and I think here is like you're grabbing that staff there as if to sort of say, right, let's get up and let's get moving. It's putting into action the plan. You have that plan within you on your relationship side as much as in your financial side, and it's now time of getting on and doing. Yeah, I think you're getting a little bit of a pressure from the financial side. And yeah, you are in your autumn period. And the autumn period as well, we can't deny that. And I remembered it the other day for myself. Autumn period is about seeing what's happened in the past year, seeing what you want to continue, what you don't want to continue, what you want to start new and everything like that. And this could be the first inklings of that coming into play. I think it's also tied into sort of Pluto, I think this is going to overshadow your birthday. It's like having your birthday. I've got my birthday on the 23rd of December. And so sometimes your birthday can be overlooked by Christmas or the New Year or something like that. You know what I mean? But it's okay. Doesn't matter. That's fine. Just let it slide by. Sort of scenario. I think this is where, because you're getting on. And I think that's a little bit with the autumn period here. You're feeling that a little bit. Let's just see what the karmic pressure is. Karmic message is on that sort of relationship side. There's a definite desire to build a life that is a lot more consistent. A lot more sort of, a lot more consistent, a lot more solid. So that could be solid with friends, communications with friends, being with a partner, being with family, just being with life as well. Really integrating your plan into life around you. With the universe or the synchronicities or the world or the people that are around you, there's like, obviously the relationships you have with your family is not the same as the relationship you have on a personal level with one other person. And I think this is where you're starting to you're starting to put your energy into two aspects of your life that are separate. Going to play football, if I was to go and play football with a group of friends on the Thursday night, I don't really see them apart from when I play football. We just go down the park and we all know we've got to be down there for roughly 7 o'clock. And, and then we can kick a ball around, talk, chew over the fat, as it were, and then sort of like say, see you later, see you next week. But it's really separate to the rest of your life. And I think this is like, you're getting that understanding as well within you. On your past self, it's like a container. It's almost like a container that is now empty. It's almost as if like you're kind of going, right, you've compressed everything that you can look to the past, and you've compressed everything you've understood, and all of a sudden you can kind of go, okay, I can now bank that information, and I don't need to look at it anymore. And now all of a sudden I can start accumulating more understandings. So it does free you up enormously. And in your future self, I get love is in the air. So, I think there is a sort of, this is where you're separating, and it could be like you're meeting someone, or you've got a relationship with someone, but it's, it's a relationship that's not really, it's not getting mixed in with the rest of your life at the moment. And, but that's okay. I think you're really enjoying being sound and secure with family and friends. No worries. So it leaves you that space to cultivate or nourish that beautiful flower of love that can be in your life. And that's in your future self. And that's the lessons of this week here in regards to relationships. Don't, in French they say don't mix your paintbrushes, because you end up with it all tends to be the same color at the end. Do you know what I mean? So it's sort of saying here, don't mix things up too much. Be very precise about what you're doing. On your karmic path, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you have everything for you. You have you have this plan in place. It's now implementing it and going after something that's really, really secure. It's also revealing about love and everything like that. Look at that. There's a whole family on there. There's the dog on there. It's all about life. It's all about your karmic path here is now sort of, this is that moment where the cage is being opened and you're going out kind of, I'm going out because I'm Capricorn as well. I'm going out kind of going, is it going to be okay? Yeah, I'm allowed to go, It's and all of a sudden you've got everything that you can take with you. Capricorn cards Queen of Pentacles, on your connection to the universe and the outside world. She is sat there. She's not going anywhere. Look at that wry smile on her face. Look, hang on a second. Let me just bring it in. Look at that wry smile on her face. She knows she's going to get the good results because she's sat at the tree of knowledge. And, you know, and it's sort of like she's being able to separate life and the results. So she's getting the good results without having to be panicking and running around and mixing everything up, you know. In your past, where we get rid of all of the stuff, you've compressed a lot, you're opening up the possibilities of the future. That's where you're heading off on a mission now. You're starting to come through into you. You'll really become conscious of it, of how well it's working, probably during your birthday period. You know, the few days, the week before and the week after your birthday. But I feel like that's what's coming through, a real sort of full understanding of the whole sort of situation. And look at that. In your future self, there's just joy, happiness, socializing, connecting with other people. This is what I mean about separating it. You can be well with one side of your life as much as you can be well with the other side of your life. I think it's absolutely brilliant for you. It bodes very well for your relationship side of life. Don't mix your paintbrushes. It's a real revelation for you of how actually, do you know what, Capricorn? Obviously, I love you dearly, Capricorns, because it's, you know, it's like loving myself as a way, you know what I mean? I love you dearly, but we like it when it's complicated, don't we? You know, and sometimes we can, you know, we're like a pig in muck sometimes. Let's be honest, Capricorn. And sometimes we like it when it's difficult. And it's a real revelation to you, sort of saying to yourself, do you know what? It's actually a lot easier than I thought. And it's a lot more sort of, there's a lot less stress attached to relationships and life. Absolutely brilliant. That's the revelation for you, I think. Beautiful revelation for you. Let's just have a look what's going on in the financial sort of side. Your karmic path is building, it's like, if you imagine you're building a castle and you've built a turret on one side, and then you've all of a sudden, things are coming together so well that the other turrets are being built. So the outer wall is being built. It's like you're really building an empire sort of thing, scenario. And this is on your financial world. It could be the fact that you're getting a job, therefore you can buy a house, and therefore you can start investing in that. Therefore you can make money on that side as well. Not just on one side of life, you can make money on multitude sides of life. Let's just see what's going on in the connection, the synchronicities, the coincidences, I get like 3 shooting stars. It's as if like there's a shooting star that comes into your life. And I was driving up north of France on my way to the UK. And it must have been about 3 o'clock in the morning when I was driving. It was a great, beautiful night. And I was driving, and all of a sudden it started getting really light. And I was kind of going, what's going on? And this comet came in. Oh, I say comet. This shooting star came on, and it literally just came in front of me and exploded, but, you know, way up in the sky. It didn't cause any damage or anything like that. And it just made this great flash. And it wasn't in my life for very long, but it was right over my head. And it was amazing. And it turned night into day. It really turned night into day. It was the most phenomenal thing I've experienced, really, a natural sort of thing. And it feels like that. I feel like there's 3 things that's going to turn your night into day. And it's going to be great. Let's just see what the past is all about. The past is all the knowledge, the experience, the understanding, the wealth, whatever you need in order to create or explore your future is there. All the blocks are there to build this karmic path, to build this experience that you need to experience. And all the blocks are there. It's really, really lovely. Okay, let's just see what's going on the future self. There's a lot of bringing things into your life. It's like a trumpet, but it's orientated. It's almost calling the world to your rhythm. It's like bringing synchronicity, so it's becoming a lot easier for you. But what there is seems to be a multitude, like a nine of cups in a way, a multitude of opportunities here for you, and very, very passionate. There's a passionate drive to get a certain synergy within your life. You know, let's just see what's going on with the lessons that come out of this week here. Cool as a cucumber. Keep your head while others may be losing theirs around you. And, you know, and this is where I think Capricorn does have a heads up on everybody else. They're a little bit above the curve, as it were. Your karmic path, you get the moon, Scorpio energy. And the funny thing is, you do have Scorpio energy that comes through you there. I think you're revealing, maybe you're starting to see the other side of being out of that cage. As I say, I think there's a lot of, you may feel that there's a lot of pressure on you, but you're definitely dealing with it. But it's something that you know, as I say, that animal just seems to be kind of going, you know, normally I've been let out of a cage and I'm in a bigger cage. But here, it's you're being let out and you're being given your freedom. And that is a new thing for you. It's a real new way of doing things. That's those three comments that are coming into your life, as it were, on the connection to the universe, synchronicities, a lot of happiness. Yeah, I think they're bringing in a lot of light. They're shining a light on you so you can see things clearly, but it's going to reveal to you that there's something that's coming into your karmic path that you may not have seen. You may not have seen it coming, but it's a really good thing. It's like kind of going, oh, wow. It's like you built that turret and all of a sudden you turn around and kind of go, I got to build those other ones now. Oh, blimey. And you turn around and you kind of go, oh, look, they're built. Hey, wow, that's amazing. And that's what seems to be coming through. In the past, you get the Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. This is the past. This is the transition. You know, there's through your disappointments, the Three of Cups, you've got two cups there, which she has... she's toying with here. But the Two of Cups is you've gone through a lot in the past, and I think this has to do with Pluto and so forth. I think you've been through a lot of disappointments. You've got a lot of knowledge and understanding, basically, of how life works. And all of a sudden, you're heading to something that's a lot more adventurous for you. You get the Three of Swords in your future self. The Three of Swords, normally, if it was on the relationship side, obviously it's all to do with like painful separation and relationship side. I think here is because of the pressure that you're getting from the outside world, I think here is a way in which the opportunities will become clear to you if you keep your emotions and channel your emotions in a very calm way. And do not get, oh, we've got to do this, we've got to do that, we've got to do this. Sort of saying, you know, it'd probably be better if we did that sort of scenario. And I think this is where, I think the future self is sort of kind of, and I said there's a lot of stress and strains. Success can be very stressful. And I think this is what you're having to deal with. You're having to deal with the stress here of getting success in your life. And it could be fantastic stress. But it's sticking to that plan more than anything else. And you get the Five of Pentacles as well. I think this is this whole realization on your financial side. The surprise thing that comes into your life, or the things that are surprising you in regards to your financial side, has to do with kind of going, before I came out of this cage and I went into a bigger cage, and now I'm coming out of this cage and kind of going, you know, when you don't no longer got those restrictions, it's kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Sort of scenario. So I think it's going to be, incredibly good for you, but you have to have a control over your emotions. And you can be very, very good at that, Capricorn. Okay, so let's just bring up the sun and see what's happening on your emotions on there. So here we go here. There we go. There's the sun there. And see how that's applying into the elements. I think it's going to become pretty clear for you, really, more than anything else, because you have an enormous amount of water in you. Here is the sun going from the last week. We've also got these coronal holes, which we've been talking about over the last sort of 10 days, 2 weeks. We've still got more coronal holes coming through with these filament energies as well. And there's been filament eruptions. Go and see the energy update. You'll get a full detailed report on it, as it were. There's a little bit that's fire that's coming through, and there may well be an sort of like a flare that comes off in the direction of the Earth, either today or tomorrow. I feel that's what's a possibility, giving us a side swipe, but it could be quite an important flare. But generally, it's all about that water and that earth energy that seems to be coming through at the moment. Because on the eruptions and on the fire and the air that's going into the system, yeah, there has been some M flares, very interesting M flares, but nothing really pointing in our direction. And you can see the aura of the Earth here, the KP index. The energy around the Earth is actually really calm, it's really cool. And it's all to do with that filament release energy. And the filament release energy is about controlling your emotions. So on your financial side, I think it's all about controlling your emotions. I do think you get some really good success actually out of all of this. But I think there's a lot going on for you within you this week, rather than what's going on in the outside world. It's like you're keeping your head without, whilst the rest of the world is losing it around you. And that's what you're having to deal with. You're having to deal with everybody around you. So you need to keep your emotions out of the situation. We also saw this on the earthquakes as well, and this is where the earth energy comes out. We got the earthquakes that happen in the South Pole and the North Pole, and this is like a reset to the system more than anything else. And with that reset, that's like that cage opening up for you and opening up the possibility to be free. And that's what the title was last week, Free at Last. Yeah, exactly. So, and it's confronting the outside world. And I think you're going to be very surprised of how you confront the outside world. Let me just bring up your elements, shall I, with the cards here. I don't know why I revealed the cards, but I wanted to. The main things that we're going to be looking at is these waters here. Now, you do have enormous amount of waters within your Astroflower as well. Your waters run incredibly deep. You have this mutable water that comes in from Pisces that goes into your karmic path here. And it also does the interaction between your past and your future. You also have this water that comes in from Scorpio, which goes around you like that. Scorpio there, and then it turns into the air there. And that water is there from sort of Aquarius that comes into your life. But I think it's going to be mainly how you use this water here to convert the past into the future. So you avoid the disappointments by having control over your emotions. Therefore, you can come in out of the cold. This is the time to be free, coming in out of the cold. No restrictions upon you. And that's what you're experiencing. And it can be quite daunting sometimes. On the relationship side is how you get that mission going into the pure bliss and harmony with everybody and everything that is around you. That two-pronged attack in regards to life, or engaging in life in a two-pronged way, will bring you the results. Let's just have a look on that side there, because that's the mutable side. So it's playing a little bit with it all. Justice, yes, I think you're getting your just desserts. I think you need to stick to the plan of what you want to experience within you. This is bringing you to a balanced harmony, a place of harmony, a place of feeling at one with all types of relationships that are around you, without stress or without strain. And you get the Hierophant marriage card. I think this is where you're getting calm on all of the other life, family, friends, community, so you can actually concentrate on, the Hierophant is all about sort of like the steps you need to take in order to progress towards your happiness. And I think this is where it's also like a marriage card, because it's like equivalent of the the priest, as it were, and it's like bringing together the sort of like two sides of spirituality, so it goes really nicely together. And I see that there's a beautiful opportunity to connect with someone in the outer world, in that sort of side of the energies. And your financial side, now this is where you're getting that bit of pressure that's coming in. Let's just see how the energy is trying to help you with that. Out with the old and in with the new. Yeah, I think this is like, you've just got to be wary of not trying to save the world. Capricorn, this first initial thing. So let's say like you were kept in activity and, because you'd broken a hand or something like that. You're an animal that sort of broke a paw, you got taken, you got put in a cage. But there's a multitude of different animals that sort of like got taken at the same time, and you all get released. If you're going to stand around and wait to sort of see if the other ones are coming out of their cage, no. Because you won't really be able to help them when they're out there. Because you need to get out there and sort of say to them, come on, it's all right, it's okay. That's the best way to do it. So it's invigorating your success, your plan. This is one of the ones that comes in on the Two of Wands. It's instigating a plan of action that's coming into your life. And it's all about timing here. And I think here is where you've got to have control over your emotions in order to do it. This is beautiful. You get the Five of Wands there with the Ace of Wands. Look at the Five of Wands. Look at that person there. They're extracting that wand from these Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is about the Two of Wands coming together, your plan coming together with the plan of someone else. And it could be like, this is the past. And you're extracting yourself from a caged past. And it's like the energy is sort of saying, concentrate on that beautiful energy that's coming through you, the beautiful changes that are happening in your life. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure upon you, but I think there's a lot of success as well that goes along with it. And that does bring in its own form of stress and strains. And you've got to walk away from how you did it in the past, with all the knowledge of how you did it in the past, so you can open up to the future, so you no longer get those disappointments and you no longer get that sort of shut out in the cold. The fives are all about transitions. And now you have the key to your success within your grasp. And it's absolutely beautiful for you. So there you go, Capricorn. Thanking you very much for being with us. Don't forget about your yearly reading that's out on our channel. There's also the Pluto reading. There's also the energy update. I'll see you on all of them, of course. Thank you for all the support you give to this channel. It's absolutely beautiful to see all your comments and everything like that. It's great to meet you all. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.